Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Of course, the markets are up. My name is Kent, and the channel is EOS San Diego. And I believe it's May 16th. Early morning, May 16th, Carlsbad, California. Give you a quick view here. I think we're on State Street. Are we on State Street? I think we're on State Street. I never pay attention to street names. I just know where I'm at. So anyway, I want to talk about the markets because obviously they're doing very, very, very well. I feel like it's my old friends that are back. It's like you kind of get lost touch with some old friends and you haven't seen them for a while, and all of a sudden they're back in your life. And that's the way I feel about the markets right now. These coins that I used to be so fond of and used to watch every day and trade are all back up again. Like I haven't seen them for a while, like a year, because of the crypto winter, and now they're back. So it's kind of exciting. It's like my old buddies are all back with me again. Yeah, we are on State Street. So anyway, obviously we'll talk about the markets a little bit tonight because they're very good. EOS is pushing $7. Now I'm not even going to make a price prediction on where it's going to be by June 1st because I think it's obvious that it's going to be much higher. You got just a couple weeks, or a little over 2 weeks, or what is it, 16th? Yeah, I got about 2 weeks here before June 1st, a little less than 2 weeks. A little before June 1st, and of course we know there's something coming June 1st. If you believe it's a deal with another company, if you believe it's a major announcement about something that they're going to be doing on the EOS blockchain, whatever it is, it's going to be something good. So it's going to do something for the price. I think the price will definitely be much higher. I'm not, like I say, I'm not even going to make a prediction. I know it's going to be higher. Of course, my opinion only. But I think it's going to be a lot higher. But I want to talk a little bit tonight about and I like to talk about the big picture because that's what controls long-term events, the big picture. We could look at small, micro things, and there's a lot of things going on, a lot of positive things, but we could look at the blockchain as it operates and things that are being built, applications that are being built, different things being launched on the blockchain. We could talk about that, and that's all very important, but I like to talk about the big picture too, because the big picture gives you a long-term view of where this is going. And that's why I talk about trade wars, because I think trade wars are very positive for the cryptocurrency market. However you feel about trade wars, I understand that most of the people who watch my videos are in the United States, so there's a lot of mixed feelings about this. And like I made a video the other night about that, and I made videos about the fact I understand why people feel the way they do. I completely understand. But whatever you feel about this, it's very positive for the crypto market, because in the long term, it causes devaluation of currencies. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about the second part of what's happening in economies like the United States and literally around the world. And that is there's going to be some massive inflation come very soon. Massive inflation. I'm talking about price increases like we've never seen before. Obviously, when you do business with it, as in the United States, with a big another country like China, major trading partner, and you trade, you put a tariff on that country, and that country puts tariffs on your goods back and forth, everybody's going to be raising prices. That's just part of this, but the only way you can remedy the problem is to raise prices. So I see massive inflation in the United States, in China, and which is going to cause inflation around the world. And we all know this has been kind of a hidden dark secret in the United States. The government keeps giving out these price inflation figures that are they're first of all, they always take just a few things that they base the inflation on. It's not an overall picture of everything everybody does. I think it's very, very, it's like I said before, you can manipulate figures very easily. And I think in the United States, inflation is very, very, it's very manipulated. There's much more inflation than what the government's reporting. Now with these tariffs, I think the inflation is going to go up much higher, which means one thing: people are going to look for ways to not have their currency devalued. I remember when I was a penny broker in the early 80s, and I kind of missed the real huge market. I was a little bit later than when the guys were really making big money. But the reason these guys made such big money right before I got there was because there was double-digit inflation in the United States of America. And people were watching their savings accounts get less and less buying power every day. So they were throwing money at anything that would beat the inflation rate. You know, at the time, the inflation rate, I think, was clear up at 18, 19%. So obviously, what do? You got to go for speculative investments. Speculative investments were penny stocks, because penny stocks were usually some initial public offering. It was a new issue. It was a brand new company. It had never been traded before. So those were very speculative, kind of like with the ICOs. A lot of them didn't make it. So, but I remember people just throwing money at deals. Didn't know what it was, just kind of like with the ICO thing. They're just throwing money at deals, throwing money at deals, throwing money at deals because of the inflation. You're going to see that again here in the United States, and I think throughout the world. You're going to see a massive inflation, national inflation for everything that we buy. Everything we go is going to go up in price. Our cars are going to become more expensive. The goods and products that we use every day are going to become more expensive, and that's going to cause a massive inflation rate. And people are going to flee, or they're going to be looking for those investments or those things that do better than inflation, just like it was back when I was a stockbroker. I'll tell you a quick story. When I was a broker, of course, it wasn't like this when I was a broker, but when I was a broker, one of the guys that I used to work with told me that in the hot penny stock market days, that he had, I think, what did he tell me? I can't remember how big the check was. It was like a $75,000, $100,000 check that somebody had given him to put into some sort of a stock, something, and he was so busy that he didn't even have time to do the account. I mean, it was a $75,000, $80,000 check. I can't remember, but he said he forgot. It just laid in his desk drawer, and I think eventually he just forgot about it and never invested the money for the guy. Even though the guy says, here's $75,000, or I can't remember what it was, $75,000, $80,000. Please put it someplace. I've got to get some money out of this money. It's got to, it's dwindling away in my savings account. Do something with it. The broker friend of mine took the check, put it in his desk drawer, and forgot about it because he was so busy. He was so busy because he had so much activity. So many other people were throwing money at him to do something, to buy something, to invest in some stock, that he had put this check in his drawer and he completely forgot about it. And this was years later, and he was telling me about it. He goes, the market was so hot. I had this $75,000, $80,000 check in my desk drawer, and I completely forgot about it. I mean, so you could see how hot the thing was. That somebody could say, hey, take something, do something with this money, a sizable amount of money. Of course, $80,000 was a lot more back then than it is now, and he can't even remember what to do. He can't even remember to do it because he's got so much going on. You're going to see this happen again, and of course, I think the thing that people are going to flee to, run to, people are going to go to, or look for some way to help them out with the way their money's deteriorating, is cryptocurrencies. And you see that right now. You see the people running from ordinary investments to cryptocurrency, and that's why you see Bitcoin over 8,000. That's why you see EOS close to $7. That's why you see Ethereum. Like I say, all my friends that I used to hang out with are all back and doing very well with the XRP and all the other deals I used to watch. You're going to see this again. Inflation is coming back, and it's coming back in a big way. People are going to run to the cryptocurrencies to escape having their money eroded by inflation. That's my next prediction. I don't know how soon it will happen, but it'll be happening very soon. And of course, the cryptos are going to be the beneficiary of that. Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.